Hello, baby petunias, and welcome back to another episode of the Fat Loss series. Today is episode 6, where we will be recapping everything that has happened in week 7 of my fat loss phase. Week 7, we are more than halfway through the cut, being that this week, it's obviously my week 8, so we'll be recapping week 7, which means I'm already in week 8, which means I have a little over 4 weeks left, basically about 5 weeks left of the cut. 5 more weeks to make things happen, okay? And I'm going to explain why it's only 5 weeks left and not more weeks left. Let's just start by talking about what my targets were for week 7, and then I can show you my progress pictures, and then we can get into all of the juicy stuff. So my goals for week 7 was I wanted to strength train 4 times this week. I was only able to hit the gym 3 times this week. I wanted to hit a minimum of 7,000 steps per day, which I did effortlessly and beautifully, as you will see. I wanted to eat between 1,750 and 1,850 calories per day, and we will talk about that. Of course, the calories for me is always the hardest part. And then I wanted to hit anywhere between 120 and 130 grams of protein per week. And I've been way better about my protein these days. So as for my check-in pictures, I did check-in pictures this morning. I'm feeling leaner this morning, but still nothing crazy. Definitely leaning out compared to week 1. And actually this lighting that I did my check-in pictures in is kind of cool. You know what? I'm feeling pretty good. What the heck? I didn't know I looked this cool. Maybe it's the lighting change. But that's what I'm looking like. Things are definitely moving in the right direction, although progress has definitely slowed down in this middle thresh of the fat loss. Let's talk about it. So for my weigh-ins, just by looking at the graph alone, you can tell that I've kind of stalled. You know what I mean? That there hasn't been a low since, frankly, I haven't seen a low since week 5. Yeah. My lowest low has been 143.6, and I have not seen a low since week 5. So week 6, we didn't see a lot of lows, but I almost gave myself that week to chill. And then week 7, again, no lows, but same thing here. I was frustrated with my weigh-ins because I feel like I was so on point Monday through Thursday. My calories, my protein, my steps, everything was so on point, and you can see the notes that I made. Perfect. I had just had 4 perfect days in a row, and my weight was just it just didn't want to budge. Similar to what happened a couple weeks prior. Okay, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, basically we moved. As you can see, on Friday, I got 19,000 steps in a day because we were moving all day long. And I just didn't plan my food ahead, nor did I really make an effort to eat on macros. I just didn't give a flying fuck, honestly. But as you can see, I kind of was mindful to the point where I was able to remember everything that I ate Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I made notes of it. I was making mental notes of what and how much I was eating. So even though I wasn't necessarily in a deficit Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I did what I could, what I was willing to do. And then surprisingly for me, this morning on Tuesday of week 8, I weighed in at 144.2, which low 144s means that I'm going to probably see 143 this week. And that alone is exciting for me. So it's cool to see that even though I didn't get any new lows this week, I at least was able to maintain the fat loss that I have seen. And I didn't overdo it or overeat, you know what I mean, and offset my fat loss. At the worst, I maintained my weight. And at the best, potentially, I'm still losing fat. Now, this low weigh-in could also be because I hadn't trained 4 days in a row. Because, like I told you, I only strength trained 3 times this week. I didn't strength train my 4th time. So I strength trained Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm pretty sure. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday was just moving and unpacking and getting settled in. So maybe my weight is down because I'm flat. Or maybe my weight is down because I fucking rock. and I'm actually doing a good job. Like I said, the weigh-ins left much to be desired for sure, but at least for the past 3 weeks, I've been at the worst maintaining this current weight. But I'm excited for the weeks to come for us to start seeing some more drastic drops. So for these last 4 to 5 weeks of the cut, I really want to reel it in and give it my all. It's only like 1 more month of this, and I want to see if I can reach 138. So this morning, 144.2. That means I have to lose 6 more pounds in 4 to 5 weeks. So let's try to lose another 3 to 6 pounds in 4 to 5 weeks and finish strong, finish the cut at between 141 and 138. I'll be really happy with that. And like this week, I'm a little bummed in my lack of preparation, but at the same time, I accept that it was my choice not to prepare meals through the move. You know what I mean? It was my choice not to go to the grocery store through the move and get my meals. Like, I chose to slack off this weekend, but I feel like now that everything is settled, I'm going to want to prioritize my meals, my workouts, like no matter what. So I can sit here and feel sorry for myself, or I can sit here and take accountability for what I chose to prioritize this week. And it's okay if I chose to prioritize moving. Like, what the fuck? And I chose not to deal with fat loss right now. I think that's completely valid. But I will say I definitely feel like I'm going to stop the cut after the end of week 12 because I'm feeling hungry. I'm just feeling hungry. It's still manageable, but it does feel like I'm getting there, and it does feel like in 4 to 5 weeks I'm going to be so over this bullshit, and I have no interest in pushing the fat loss phase too hard or for too long and then triggering overeating or triggering maybe binging behaviors that could undo the hard work that I did. I've found with my clients and myself that oftentimes it's best to just end it while you're ahead. Does that make sense? Like, end it before it gets out of control. Like, play it safe. Like, I would rather play it safe and finish a cut sooner than I'm able to push, rather than accidentally push it too hard and trigger like overeating or trigger weight regain. You know what I mean? Like, I want to have the mental stamina to still reverse diet out of the cut. And I feel like my cut has been slow and steady enough, and my calories aren't by any means low to the point where I'm going to hurt myself. So I think I'm going to still be able to reverse diet out of the cut. So like, let's say I reach week 12, and at the end of week 12, I decided to end the cut at like 1650. I'll immediately raise my calories to 1850 at the end of the cut, or maybe like 1900, and then slowly reverse out of that. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll even reverse more slowly and then see if I can like continue to lose fat and gain muscle through the reverse as well, because sometimes that happens. So yeah, that's kind of my update. Week 7 left much to be desired, but even through the hustle and bustle of moving, drinking, eating lavishly on the weekends, I was able to have a great Monday through Thursday, like a perfect Monday through Thursday, and I was still able to see a low today of 144.2. So rumor has it, signs point to the fact that I will see a new low this week, that I will be back in the 143s this week, and I'm excited to see it. So for now, being that I wasn't sufficiently adherent this past week, and being that I have an inkling that a new low is coming, I'm not going to change anything this week. I'm going to keep my targets exactly as they are, and I want to see if my weight responds. If I continue to see a new low this week, then next week I will again keep my targets where they are. If I don't see a new low this week, then next week we're going to take it up a notch. We're going to drop, honestly, I might fuck around and drop down to 1650 to 1750, because I'll know that I only have 4 weeks left, and I kind of want to push it and milk the last 4 weeks. You know what I mean? And that's all I have to say this week. Things are chugging along. Sometimes the weight isn't doing what you want it to do, but sometimes the weight on the scale isn't telling you the full story. And oftentimes, you just got to be patient. Keep sticking with it. Keep trusting the plan. And don't abandon ship just because your weight has been plateaued for 2 to 3 weeks. Watch. Just watch. Next week, or this week, new lows. I feel it in my bones. I know I said that last week, but this time I mean it, okay? Because I'm going to stick with it through the weekend too. Mark my words. Alrighty, that's all I have for this week. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up so that I know that you like it. Share it with a friend that you think might benefit from this information. Truly, this has probably been the most useful series that I've created, is showing you a play-by-play of my fat loss and how I'm handling it. You know what I mean? What fat loss actually looks like. You can subscribe if you're into that. And don't forget to ding, ding, ding. Click the little notification bell so you never miss another video that I make ever again. We're out. Bye.